Ahoy there, my name's Beth and this is the story of how I renovated my 1904 Dutch sailing barge. This week, preparations for the storm. So first of all, I'd want to apologise that there hasn't been any videos for the last couple of weeks. Life has been super busy and to be honest I don't know where those last 2 weeks have gone. So firstly we had Storm Eunice, well at least that was the big storm. There's actually 3 storms in a row, as you'll know. So we did a lot of prep for that and came out of it quite fine really. Everything's okay. It's just as well as a big barge like mine around. We were tying everything really to the big barges, so that worked quite well. Otherwise, yeah, I haven't really done any work on the boat at all. I guess I've had a little bit of a break, kind of change of scene. I've also been on call, which means that I kind of had less time, and I've also been really busy. And also the geese are on the move, as you can probably hear. So we actually, the 2 geese that are kind of resident around here, they had 8 chicks, and sadly they all died pretty much through the storm, and soon afterwards. So it's really sad to see, but it tends to happen at the beginning of the year. They have a brood of chicks and they all die, but then they tend to they mope around for a little bit, but bless them, poor things, and then they kind of keep on keeping on and try again. So when they vanish for about a month or so. That's when, or at least the female vanishes, that's when we know she's sitting on eggs. And then the male is still knocking around, but they're both still knocking around at the moment. So yeah, I guess they'll leave it some time. But yeah, that's kind of sad, but yeah, it's nature red in tooth and claw. Anyway, so this week, yeah, we're going to have a look at the preparations for the storm and to see the results of that. And then yeah, next week then we'll catch up with some more jobs. It's going to be battening again, but anyway, first things first, let's have a look at the storm. going to do another lighterman's hitch around here. So I'm going to and I'm going to put it under both to support both. Loop around. Just going to tuck that away. So I've got the existing stern line. I've got an extra stern line here to prevent me moving forward. I've got another shortish spring on here to prevent moving backwards. It'll also prevent me from moving out a little bit as well. And then right the way up here, I've got a heavier line on here and a heavier line on here. And so yeah, this one is exactly the same. It has a nice big loop with a bowline on the end. You can remember that with a bowline, it can get as tight as you like and you can still break the knot. There's like a little lever here that you can just pull around and it breaks off. So it's not like another kind of knot which will lock solid and you'll never get it undone. So I've got this line going to a lighterman's hitch here, and then I've got the end of it making a little bit of a spring here. So if this line parts, I've still got this one on, I'm still going to move a bit, but I'm still going to be there. And if this line parts, which it won't, then I've still got this one because they're tied in the centre with two lighterman's hitches. So that should be okay for us. That should keep us going through the storm. Let's hope. Oh, right, well, the lines are all sorted, and we should be fine through the storm. The only one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line from one of the bits on front of on the starboard side of my bow across to one of the narrowboats, because I'm not going to move very much, but the narrowboat will, because it's actually moored out of the pontoon on a finger. It's called a little finger. So that boat might move, so I'm going to put a line there, and we can also sort of daisy chain a few of the boats all the way down, so that'll make them nice and secure. So I think we're ready. So I actually haven't done any work on the boat this week at all, and there is a reason for that. In one of the reasons is that I haven't had time. I've been really busy, and I've also been reorganizing all of the footage that I've taken over the last few months. And I'm copying all of that over to a secondary drive. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So I've been doing a little bit of prep work. So you'll remember that I was actually my bed was in the center of the boat. But instead I've moved, so I've put some of the tools and things up this end, but I've moved everything now. So my living quarters, if you like, is up here. And that's a much better situation to be in, because it's warmer and it's a bit lighter as well, because I've actually got windows there, or most of the windows anyway. I've moved my kind of living situation up to the top, because that's the kind of last thing that I'm going to address. I'm going to rebuild all that bit at the end. In the meantime, I'm going to finish off this battening, and then I'm going to start doing the interior walls. So I kind of needed to clear all of this out to do that kind of structural work. So at least the boat is now empty and it's ready to go. So we'll crack on with that next week. But this week is just a quick catch up, and I just wanted to update you with how things were going. So thanks again for watching, and I hope wherever you are, you're safe and you're warm. And to all the Ukrainian people, Slava Ukraini, we're thinking of you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.